Hello, everybody. Yoko 007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we've got the 15-11 Oakland A's taking on the 18-8 Los Angeles Angels. This is game one of a three-game series between the A's and the Angels. Who's going to take the first game of the series? Will it be the A's? Will it be the Angels? We're going to find out in 9 innings time. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Oakland A's. Leading off, the catcher, Kurt Suzuki. Batting second, the second baseman, Mark Ellis. Batting third, the first baseman, Derek Burton. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the designated hitter, Frank Thomas. Batting fifth, the right fielder, Emil Brown. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Jack Cusp. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Bobby Cosby. Batting seventh, the third base. Batting eighth, the third baseman, Jack Hanahan. And batting ninth, the center fielder, Ryan Sweeney. On the mound for the Angels, it is John Garland. He comes in today's game with a starting ERA of a 3.15. He's got 3 wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 34 1/3 of an inning, allowed 30 hits, 12 strikeouts, and 7 walks. We're here at Angel Stadium, which gives nothing to strikeouts but a -4 to walks and nothing to home runs. And with that, Kurt Suzuki makes his way up into the batter's box. Home plate umpire dusts off home plate. And we're ready for the first pitch. Suzuki batting a .222. And the pitch. And that'll be a 5-1. Column 5, row 1. And we're going to start this game off with a blank. We consider that a blank right now because John Garland has not faced his allotted number of batters. And he can face 27 of them. And that'll be 2-6, column 2, row 6. And that'll be a ground ball to Coachman, who will make the catch. Runs over and tags the bag for out number 1. Let's take a look at the starting defense for the Angels. We've got Matthews out there in left field. Hunter will be in center. Guerrero will be in right. Going around the horn, we got Quaylen on third. Abar will be at short. Figgins will be on second. Coachman at first. Napoli will be behind the plate. And Garland will be on the mound. Mark Ellis batting a .323. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6. Row 3, that is a double question mark single on a 1 to 5. Double question mark is the only thing we do follow when that comes up normally, even when the pitcher is not tired. On a 1 to 5, the 15 is too high, and that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That's a base hit out there into left field. And Matthews will come in, and throw it in. One out, runner on first. Strategy roll is a 2. Whenever we have runners on base, we do roll for strategy. So the strategy roll is a 2. It is a steal attempt. And taking a look at Ellis's stolen base rating, it is an 18. That's going to be a -3. It'll make it a 15. They are going to send him. And it's a 15. They send him. So Ellis steals second. Derek Barton batting a 150. Infield now at normal depth. And that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. Power hit to Guerrero. On a 1 to 7, it's a single. 8 to 12, it's a double. 13 to 17, it's a triple. It's a 19, it's a flyout. Guerrero will run after it, make the catch. And with that, Ellis will hold. We subtract 0 from the base run rating. However, we do take 1d6 rolled against the base run rating, and that is a 2. The die roll is a 4, and the rule says if the die roll is less than or equal to the ABR, the runner will advance. In this case, he holds. So 2 outs, and with 2 outs, we do add a +1 to the base run rating. Strategy roll is an 18. Frank Thomas is up. He is batting a .235. Runner on second. And that'll be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a split result. Now, a split result off of the picture card, you're going to take a look at the batter card and determine, ask if the batter is left or right-handed. In this case, Frank Thomas is a right-handed batter. So on the picture card, when you roll a split result, you will look to the right-handed side of the slash. In this case, it is a walk plus. Now, on a walk plus, we add 10 to Thomas's walk range minus the -4 modifier from the ballpark card. So we're adding 6 to his walk range. That makes it a 1 to 26. That is an 8, and they will walk him. So Thomas will trot on down to first, and we've got runners on first and second. Strategy roll is a 5, ace holding off. Emil Brown batting a 165, infield at normal depth with 2 outs and the pitch. And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. That's a possible error on the throw. So when we do have an error check, that is the number in the bracket. Whose error range are we checking? And that'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. It's a ground ball down the third baseline to Quaylen. His error range is on a 1 to 9. It's a 2. It's a throwing error. He throws it wide. It's a 1-base error. And that'll load the bases up. So an E5 on Quaylen, throws it wide. Coachman can't get it. And with that, we have the bases are loaded and Jack Cusp up. He's batting a 281. Strategy roll is a 2, and the A's are holding off. And that is a 4-4, column 4, row 4. That is a home run. On a 1 to 20, that is a 3. Kiss that ball good night. Grand slam home run. He brings them all home. That ball is going back to the wall. Matthews chasing it, but it's gone. See you later. As Jack Cusp hits a grand slam home run, and the A's take a 4-0 lead here in the top of the first. And that is his 3rd home run of the replay. And with that, Bobby Cosby up. He's batting a 228. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. And that is the @ symbol. So anytime the @ symbol comes up, you resolve the play on the ballpark card. So in this case, we're going to resolve the play on the Angel Stadium ballpark card. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. And that is going to be a base hit out there into left field. And with that, Cosby is on with a base hit. Jack Hanahan up. Hanahan batting a 185. Strategy roll is an 18. A's holding off. And that'll be a 3-3. Column 3, row 3, that is a blank. And that'll be a 4-5, sorry. Column 4, row 5, it's a ground ball to the shortstop to A-bar. A-bar will make the catch there. And that will retire the side. So 4 runs, 3 hits, and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels. Leading off the second baseman, Cone Figgins. Batting second, the left fielder, Gary Matthews. Batting third, the right fielder, Vladimir Guerrero. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Casey Coachman. He's in the cleanup position. Batting fifth, the center fielder, Torrey Hunter. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Garrett Anderson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Rob Cralin. Batting eighth, the catcher, Mike Napoli, and batting ninth, the shortstop, Eric Abar. On the mound for the A's, it is Chad Garden. He'll come in today's game with a starting ERA of a 3.15. He's got 4 wins and no losses. He's pitched 34 1/3 of an inning, allowed 28 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 7 walks. Cone Figgins batting a 196 as he makes his way up into the batter's box to start the bottom half of the first inning. And the pitch. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. That is a strikeout on a 1-10. The 12 is too high. And that'll be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. That is a single out there into right field. Brown will make the catch. Smacks it in front of Brown, but Brown picks it up, quickly throws it to Ellis, and with that, Cone Figgins will lead off with a base hit. And let's take a look at the starting defense for the Oakland A's. We've got Cusp out there in left field. Sweeney will be in right. Sweeney will be in center. Brown will be at right. Going around the horn, we've got Hanahan on third. Cosby will be at short. Ellis will be on second. Barton at first. Suzuki will be behind the mound, and Garden will be on the mound. Gary Matthews batting a 232. Strategy roll is a 4. They are going to, let's see. He's a switch. Batting left, -1. That makes it a 13. They're going to send him. And that is a 7. And he'll steal second on that one. Gary Matthews. Here's the pitch. Matthews, 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a blank. And that'll be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a base hit to the shortstop, to Cosby. He'll make the catch. Smacks it past Cosby. Figgins goes to third. He's waved around to go home. He'll go from second to home on a base run rating of a 3-6. That is a 4. And the A's score as well. It cuts the lead down to 3. So no outs, runner on first. Infield at double play depth. Strategy roll is a 17. And that'll bring up Vladimir Guerrero. Guerrero batting a 353. And the pitch. And that'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a double question mark. Single on a 1 only. The 20 is too high. And that'll be a 6-3. Column 6, row 3, and that's going to be a fly ball back there to center field. Sweeney sees it, comes running in, makes the catch and puts one away. Casey Coachman batting a 344. Strategy roll is a 7. A's holding off, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. That is a walk. On a 1-3, that is a 6. The 6 is too high. And that'll be a 1-1, column 1, row 1. It's a ground ball down the third baseline to Hanahan. He'll make the catch. We'll check for double play. Chad will give a +1. Ellis being the pivot. So balls hit to third base. The pivot will be second. Ellis will give a +1. Chad will give a +1. We do get a bonus also for being in double play depth. So that is where we get the 5. We take 1d6, roll it against the 5. The die roll is a 4, and the rule says if the roll is less than or equal to the ground double play rating, it is a double play. And in this case, it is a double play. It's a 5-4-3 double play, and that will end the inning. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, and none left on for the Angels. By the way, the A's did leave 1 stranded on base. After 1, it's A's 4, Angels 1. We go to the top of the second. It's Ryan Sweeney, Kurt Suzuki, and Mark Ellis due up for the A's. Ryan Sweeney batting a 179. That'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a strikeout on a 1-8. The 2 in range. Struck him out. And we go to the top of the order. Kurt Suzuki 0 for 1 today. And here is the pitch. And that'll be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Guerrero. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Mark Ellis, 1 for 1 today with a run scored. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a blank. And that'll be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. Fly ball back there to Guerrero. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So the Angels retire the Athletics in order. 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, and no errors. Very easy in the score there. We go to the bottom of the second. It's going to be Torrey Hunter, Garrett Anderson, and Bob Quaylen due up for the Angels. Torrey Hunter batting a 278. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-10. That is a 6. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Garrett Anderson. Anderson batting a 245. And that'll be a 6-6, column 6, row 6. That is a strikeout. On a 1-7, the 13 is too high. And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3. Fly ball back there to the left field. Cuss sees it, comes running in, waves off Sweeney. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down. Rob Quaylen up, batting a 286, and here is the pitch. For Quaylen, and that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5. That is a strikeout plus. Now, strikeout plus is the same thing as a walk plus. Well, we'll add 10 to the strikeout range. In this case, it's going to be a flat 10. That makes it on a 1-20. That is a 4. Struck him out looking. And you can mark that one down as a backwards K. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. So the A's return the favor to the Angels, and they get them out in order. 1, 2, 3. Have a seat. It's no runs, no hits, and no errors. After 2, it's A's 4, Angels 1. We go to the top of the 3rd. Derek Barton, Frank Thomas, and Emil Brown due up for the Athletics. Derek Barton 0 for 1. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 11, that is a 3. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Frank Thomas. Thomas has a walk and a run scored. And that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. Ground ball to the shortstop to A-Bar. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Emil Brown is up. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. Now split result off of the batter card. So a split result off of the batter card, same thing, but it's reversed. You're going to look at the pitcher. Is the pitcher left or right-handed? In this case, John Garland is a right-handed pitcher. So we're going to take a look on the right-handed side of the slash. That is a double out there into left field. And Emil Brown will smack a double to keep the inning alive. And here comes Jack Cuss, who's 1 for 1 with 1 home run, 4 RBIs on the day. Strategy rolls in 18. And the A's have a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. They're going to stand pat on strategy. Here is the pitch to Cuss. He hit that grand slam back in the first inning, and that is going to be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That is a strikeout. On a 1 to 18 to 16 in range. And this time they struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the A's will leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. Mike Napoli, Eric A-Bar, and Cone Figgins due up for the Angels. Napoli batting a 300. And that'll be a 5-5, column 5, row 5, strikeout plus on a 1 to 26. That is an 11. Struck him out looking. And with that, Eric A-Bar batting a 270. And the pitch. And that'll be a 2-5, column 2, row 5. That is a walk. On a 0, the 18 is too high. And that'd be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, double star 5. So with double star 5, we go to the auto outline, which is the top line on the pitcher card. And we come over to the 5th position now. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Cuss. He doesn't even need to move. That ball just went right to him. And that ball plops right into his glove, and that'll be 2 away. We go to the top of the order. Cone Figgins, 1 for 1 today with a run scored, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 5-4, column 5, row 4, range play. Now, on a range play, we check the first number of the position in defense. Whose range are we checking? And that'll be a 4-3, column 4, row 3. It's a base hit to Ellis. Ellis's range is on a 1 to 4. So if the die roll comes up, the D6, if it comes up anything with a 1 to 4, Ellis makes the catch. If it's a 5 or a 6, it's going to be a base hit. It's a 3. Ellis makes the catch, throws it over to Barton at first. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the A's retire the Angels in order, 3 up, 3 down. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and none left on for the Angels. After 3, it's Oakland 4, Los Angeles 1. We go to the top of the fourth. It's Bobby Cosby, Jack Hanahan, and Ryan Sweeney due up for the A's. Bobby Cosby is 1 for 1 today, and the pitch. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6. That is a blank. And that'd be a 4-2, column 4, row 2, double star 2. That's a ground ball down the third baseline. Quaylen will get that. Throws it over to Coach Heman for the out, and that'll put one away. Jack Hanahan, 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. That is a strikeout on a 1-15. The 11 is in range. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Ryan Sweeney. Sweeney is 0 for 1. Struck out his last time up at bat. 2 outs, nobody on. Infield at normal depth. And the pitch. And that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. And that'll be a 4-4, column 4, row 4. Double star 6. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Guerrero. Will make the catch, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on as the A's go down in order. We go to the bottom of the fourth. It's Vladimir Guerrero, Gary Matthews, Vladimir Guerrero, and Casey Coachman due up for the Angels. Gary Matthews 1 for 1 with an RBI. And with that, it'll be a 5-3, column 5, row 3. That is a possible error on a throw. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2. Ground ball to Chad. He'll make the catch there. Chad's error range is on a 1-11. That is a 9. He throws it wide to Barton. It's a one-base error. And Matthews will get on by an E1. Throws it wide, and that means Vladimir Guerrero's up. He's 0 for 1. Strategy rolls a 16. Angels holding off infield at double play depth, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3. Strikeout plus on a 1-18. The 16 in range. Struck him out looking. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Casey Coachman. Coachman is 0 for 1 today. Strategy rolls a 4, and that'll be a hit and run attempt. So all ground double play ratings get a -2. All base run ratings will get a +2. All home run and walk ratings for the batter are cut in half. We round those down. All lineouts are double plays, with the exception of the error on a throw. And if the batter strikes out, we'll resolve the play as a steal. Casey Coachman is up. He's 0 for 1, and the pitch. And that'll be a 2-3, column 2, row 3, strikeout plus. Oh, no, wait, that is a blank. Sorry, that is a blank. And that is a 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's going to be a ground ball up the middle to Chad. He'll make the catch. We'll check for double play, +1. Cosby with nothing there. The pivot will be the shortstop when balls are hit to the pitcher on a left-handed batter. So that is a 2. The die roll is a 1. It is a double play. It is a 1-6-3 double play. So no runs, no hits, and 1 error, and none left on after 4. It's A's 4, Angels 1. We go to the top of the 5th. Kurt Suzuki, Mark Ellis, and Derek Barton due up for the A's. Kurt Suzuki 0 for 2 today, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, double question mark, single on a 1 to 5. The 18 is too high. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2, ground ball to second base. Figgins will get the ball there and make the catch. Throws it over to Coach him in for out number 1. Mark Ellis 1 for 2 today with a run scored. And that'll be a 2-6, column 2, row 6. That is a blank. That'll be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's going to be a ground ball down the first baseline to Coach him in. He'll make the catch there. And that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down, and Derek Barton will be up. He's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. And that'll be a 3-2, column 3, row 2. That is a blank. And that'll be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. It's going to be a base hit out there in the left field to Matthews. Barton will keep the inning alive for the A's. Strategy roll is a 14. A's holding off. Frank Thomas 0 for 1 today with a walk and a run. Infield at normal depth, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 3-5, column 3, row 5. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 10. That is a 6. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. And the A's leave 1 stranded. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Torrey Hunter, Garrett Anderson, and Rob Quaylen due up for the Angels. Torrey Hunter, 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. And the pitch. And that'll be a 6-1, column 6, row 1. It's a home run on a 1 to 14. That ball is a 2. Fly ball opposite side of the field. Cuss runs back, but it's into the stands. And it's a solo home run by Torrey Hunter. It's 4-2. The Angels cut the lead down to 2. Garrett Anderson 0 for 1 today. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 6-1, column 6, row 1, double star 1. That's going to be a fly ball back there to Cusp. He runs back after it, makes the catch, and puts 1 away. Rob Quaylen is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 6-3. Column 6, row 3, at the ballpark. We'll go to Angel Stadium, and that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5, and that'll be a ground ball up to Cosby, who'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away. Two away. Mike Napoli is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 16. The 15 in range struck him out. So 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and none left on. After 5, it's Athletics 4, Angels 2. We go to the top of the 6th. It's going to be Emil Brown. Jack Cusp and Bobby Cosby due up for the A's. Emil Brown is 1 for 2 today with a double and a run scored. And with that, John Garland can face 5 more batters, by the way, before he is considered tired. 3-1, column 3, row 1. That's going to be a range play. and that'll be a 1-4. Column 1, row 4. It's going to be a bait. It's going to be a fly ball to Hunter. His range is on a 1-4. It's a 1. Hunter makes the catch. And Hunter is 15 for 20, or 75% on his range plays. Jack Cusp, 1 for 2 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and 4 RBIs. And that'll be a 3-2. Column 3, row 2. That is a blank. And that'll be a 6-1. Column 6, row 1. Double star 5. It's going to be a fly ball back there to Hunter. He'll make the catch. And that'll be 2 away. 2 up, 2 down. Bobby Cosberry is 1 for 2 today. And here is the pitch. Cosby 6-6. Column 6, row 6 at the ballpark. And that is going to be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. It's an HRO. And however, that is going to be a fly out to right field. Brown will make the catch there, and that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on as the Angels retire the A's in order. We go to the bottom of the 6. It's Eric Abar, Cone Figgins, and Gary Matthews due up for the Angels. Eric Abar, 0 for 1. The pitch, and that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a strikeout on a 1-9. The 4 is in range, struck him out. And that'll be 1 away, and we go to the top of the order. Cone Figgins is 1 for 2 today. Run scored. Pitch to Figgins, and that'll be a 4-6, column 4, row 6. That is a blank. Figgins being a switch hitter, so he's batting left. And that'll be a 4-1, column 4, row 1, and that is going to be a fly ball back there to Sweeney. He'll make the catch. And that puts 2 away. Gary Matthews is 1 for 2 with an RBI. And that'll be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That is a blank as well. And that'll be a 5-4, column 5, row 4. Power hit to Cusp. On a 1, it's a double. 2 to 7, it's a triple. And if it's anything higher than 8, if it's 8 to 20, it's a fly out. It's a 2, and that's going to be drop in for a triple. It's a three-base hit down the alley. Cusp has to go chasing it. Sweeney comes over to help him out with it. Throws it over. Matthews round second. He'll slide in to third. As the ball comes in, they'll get the toss in. And with that, the umpire calls him safe. So 2 outs, runner and scoring, runner only 90 feet away, and that's going to bring up Vladimir Guerrero, who is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll, by the way, is a 5. And that'll be a 4-1, column 4, row 1. That is a strikeout on a 1 to 8. The 2 in range, struck him out. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Angels will leave 1 stranded. After 6, it's Athletics 4, Angels 2. We go to the top of the 7th. Jack Hanahan, Ryan Sweeney, and Kurt Suzuki due up for the A's. Taking a look here at John Garland. Garland can go 2 more batters before he is considered tired. So we do have a little bit of action in the Angels bullpen. Hanahan 0 for 2 today, and that'll be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, home run chance on a 1 to 5. The 5 in range. It needs to be a 9 or less. That's a 13 outside of the range for the home run. Now, in a home run question mark, it's a double check. First of all, you're going to check it against the home does the pitcher throw it into their wheelhouse? And you do that by checking the D20 against if the batter is left or right-handed. So that's where the 1 to 5 check came in, and it passed. Then you do the normal check for the batter. You roll all 3 dice, and if it's a 9 or less for the home run, it would have been a home run. However, Hanahan 2-1, column 2, row 1. It's a double out there into center field. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Hunter will get it, throws it over to Abar. Hanahan quickly goes to 2, and with that, it leads off with a double. Ryan Sweeney is up. Sweeney is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Strategy roll is a 14. The A's are standing pat. And with that, that'll be a 4-3. Column 4, row 3. That is a blank. And that'll be a 4-6. Column 4, row 6. It's a ground ball to Coachman. We'll make the catch there. And runners will advance now. Ground out with runners on second. Runners will advance when balls hit to first, second, or the catcher. So 1 out, and Hanahan will move over to third. So the A's now have a runner in 90 feet away. John Garland tired. They're going to let him pitch. However, they are giving him the 1 more. Kurt Suzuki, as the order will flip over. He's 0 for 3 today. Strategy roll is an 8. And that'd be a 6-6. Column 6, row 6 at the ballpark. And that'd be a 4-4. Column 4, row 4. Power hit to Matthews. Now, on a 1 to 7, it's a single. 8 to 14, it's a double. And if it's a 15 to 16, it's a home run. It's a 7. It's going to be good for a base hit. So Suzuki will get on. It's an RBI single as Hanahan will score. Matthews having to go deep to chase that ball back. Throws it back in. Abe throws it to Abar, who will hold him at first. And with that, here comes the skipper, and John Garland is done as a pitcher. So the call to the bullpen has been made as Garland has pitched 6 1/3 of a game today. We'll go over the stats in just a second for Garland. However, and let's see. They're going to bring in Jose. Yep. Yep. Jose Barandino will get the. Actually, let's see. Yep. Jose Arandino will get the call up. There. Arandino comes into the game with a 5.17 ERA. No wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 8 2/3 of an inning. Allowed 11 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look here at the stats for John Garland. Garland went 6 1/3 of an innings. Allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned run. 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, an ERA of a 2.87. And that home run was the grand slam that he gave up all the way back in the first. Mark Ellis up. He's 1 for 3 today. Strategy roll is a 7. A's standing pat. And that'll be a 3-3. Column 3, row 3. That is a blank. And that'll be a 1-5, column 1, row 5. Fly ball back there to Hunter. As Hunter will make the catch, and that'll put 2 away. That'll bring up Derek Barton. Barton 1 for 3 with a strikeout. Strategy roll 8, ace standing pat. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2, double star. Double star off the pitcher card. So if you're playing the physical cards in base game, you're going to take 1d6, roll it against the double star line off of the, to determine the auto out. If you're playing the PC game, all you do is just click it and it will randomly choose. And it will assign it randomly. And in this case, it's going to be a ground ball to A-Bar, who will make the catch. And that will retire the side and sing. Take me out to the ball game. One run, 2 hits, and no errors, and none left on. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Casey Coachman, Torrey Hunter, and Garrett Anderson due up for the A's. Let's take a look at the box score after 6.5 have been played here in Los Angeles. Oakland came out strong, scoring 4 in the first inning. They scored 1 right here in the top half of the 7th. The Angels scored a run in the first and a run in the 5th. Oakland 5 runs, 7 hits with 1 error. The Angels 2 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. Both teams committing an error in this game. 11 hits between both teams. 4, 5, and 6, and with that, Chad Goring can face 5 more batters. Coachman is 0 for 2. And the pitch, and that'll be a 4-2, column 4, row 2. It's a strikeout on a 1-4. The 10 is too high. 1-2, column 1, row 2, and that's going to be a ground ball down to second base. Ellis will make the catch there, throws it to Barton for the out, and that'll put 1 away. Torrey Hunter is 1 for 2 with a home run, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. And that'll be a 4-5, column 4, row 5. That'll be a strikeout plus on a 1-20. That is a 16. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll put 2 away. Garrett Henderson, 0 for 2. And that'll be a 3-4, column 3, row 4. It's a range play. Whose range are we checking? And that'll be a 2-4, column 2, row 4. It's going to be a ground ball to Barton. His range is on a 1-2. It's a 3, and that'll be good for a base hit. And with that, Anderson will get on with a base hit. So 5-20, when you're rolling the D20 on that to check to see if it's a 1-4, it becomes a double. If it's 5-20, it's a single. 2 outs, strategy rolls a 1. They're going to steal attempt, -2. That'll make it an 11. They're not going to send him. Rob Quaylen is 0 for 2. They're not sending him for the steal. And that'll be a 3-3, column 3, row 3. That is a strikeout on a 1-10. The 5 in range struck him out. Struck him out, and that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and the Angels will leave 1 stranded. After 7, it's A's 5, Angels 2. We go to the top of the 8th, and it's Frank Thomas, Emil Brown, and Jack Cusp due up for the A's. We do have a couple changes here to the to their defense. Cone Figgins is coming out at second base, and they're going to bring in Howie Kendrick. Kendrick will take over at second, and at right field, they are going to bring in Reggie Willits will come in at right field. So that is the changes they are going to make to their defense. Arandino going back out there on the mound. He can face 3 more batters. That's 4, 5, and 6, the heart of the lineup. And here is the pitch to Frank Thomas, who is 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. And that'll be a 6-6. Column 6, row 6, strikeout plus on a 1 to 20. That is a 9. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Emil Brown, who's 1 for 3 today with a double and a run scored. And that'll be a 6 for column 6, row 4, home run chance on a 1 to 18. The 5 is in range. Now, Emil Brown needs a 7 or less for it to be a home run. It's an 8 outside of the range. It's going to be a ground ball to Kendrick. Kendrick will make the catch, throw it over to Coachman. And that'll be out number 2. 2 up, 2 down, and here comes Jack Cusp. 1 for 3 today with a home run, a strikeout, a run. It's been a 4 RBI day for him. And that'll be a 3-1, column 3, row 1, strikeout plus on a 1 to 28. That is a 1. Struck him out looking. So no runs, no hits, and no errors, and none left on as the Angels retire the A's in order. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Mike Napoli, Eric Abar, and Howie Kendrick due up for the Angels. We do have a couple changes here as well to the A's defense. Derek Barton coming out now at first, and they're going to bring in Mike Wes Bankston's going to come in to take over at first. At left field, Cusp is going to come out, and they are... Yep. So, Cusp is going to come out at left field. Yep. Emil Brown will go over to left field, and at right field, Aaron Cunningham will come in to play right field. So that is the changes there. Chad Gurin going to come off the mound. And they are going to go with Brad Zelliger. Yep. So Zelliger is going to come in. Actually, they're going to bring in Joey Devine. Joey Devine is going to come in to pitch this inning. He's got a 0 ERA. He's got 1 win and no loss. He's pitched 4 2/3 innings, allowed 2 hits, 4 strikeouts, and 1 walk. Taking a look at the stats here for Chad, he went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 1 home run, and an ERA of a 3.05. 8, 9, and 1 due up in the lineup for the Angels. Mike Napoli is 0 for 2 today with a strikeout. Napoli going to take the hit here. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, strikeout plus. On a 1 to 26. 14 is in range. Struck him out. Struck him out, and that'll bring up Eric Abar. Abar is 0 for 2. Abar going to take the hit. And that'll be a 6-4, column 6, row 4. Possible error on a throw. And that'll be a 5-2, column 5, row 2, double star 1. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Brown. Error range for Brown is on a 1 to 3. That is a 7. He'll make the catch. No error there. And that'll put 2 away. We go to the top of the order, Harry Kendrick. Kendrick batting a 385, and here is the pitch. And that'll be a 1-6, column 1, row 6, double star. And that is going to be a fly ball back there to Brown. He'll make the catch. And that will retire. And that will retire the side. So no runs, no hits, and no errors as the A's retire the Angels in order. After 8, it's A's 5, Angels 2. We go to the top of the 9th. Abby Cosberry, Jack Hanahan, and Ryan Sweeney due up for the A's. Jose Arendino is done, and they are going to bring in their only left-handed pitcher, Darren Oliver. Oliver will come in to pitch. He is batting. He comes in with an ERA of a 6.12. No wins and 1 loss. He's pitched 10 1/3 of an inning, allowed 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look real quick here at the stats for Jose Arendino, he went 1 2/3 of an inning, allowed 2 strikeouts, an ERA of a 4.37. Let's take a look at the box score after 8 had been played so far, after 8 innings are in the books. The A's scored 4 runs in the first inning, a run in the 7th. And the Angels have scored a run in the first and a run in the 5th. For the A's, it's 5 runs on 7 hits with 1 error. The Angels, 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the A's. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Bobby Cosberry 1 for 3 on the pitch. Cosby going to take the hit here, and that'll be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. That is a blank. And that'll be a 2-2, column 2, row 2. It's going to be a line drive to the shortstop. Abar will get that, throw it over to Coachman. And out number 1. Jack Hanahan, 1 for 3 today with a double, a strikeout, and a run. And that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. That is a walk. On a 1 to 10, the 18 is too high. And that'll be a 2-1, column 2, row 1. That's a double to Hunter. So smacks it, and Hanahan gets on with a double. Ryan Sweeney is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Sweeney out there in center field, not going to take the hit. Sweeney going to take the hit. Not going to go to the bench. And that'll be a 4-6. Column 4, row 6. That is a blank. And by the way, strategy rolls are turned off. And the reason they're turned off is we take the difference of the score. It's a 3-run game. So we take the difference, add it to the inning we're in. So 3 plus 9 is 12. If the number you get when you add both of those numbers together is higher than 10, you do not roll for strategy. Remember, you do only check for strategy roll when you have runners on base. And that'll be a 4-1, column 1, row 4. That's going to be a double star 3. And that'll be a ground ball to Quaylen. And let's see, with runners will advance on ball, let's see. Advance only on a roll of a 6 when balls are hit to third base. That is a 4, so Hanahan will hold. 2 outs, and we go to the top of the order. Kurt Suzuki is 1 for 4 with an RBI. And the pitch. And that'd be a 2-3. Column 2, row 3. That is a walk on a 1-7. The 14 is too high. And that'd be a 1-4, column 1, row 4. And that's going to be a line drive down the third baseline to Quaylen. He'll make the catch. And that will retire the side. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Gary Matthews, Reggie Willits, and Casey Coachman due up for the Angels. So we go to the bottom of the 9th, and we do have a new pitcher on the mound. Joey Devine is going to come out of the game, and they are going to bring in Hudson Street. Yep, Hudson Street will come in for the save. Street coming in, he comes into the game with an ERA of a 4.34. No wins and 1 loss. He does have 5 saves. He's pitched 8 1/3 of an inning, allowed 9 hits, 10 strikeouts, and 2 walks. Taking a look here at the stats for Joey Devine, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 0. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the lineup for the Angels. And Matthews is going to take the hit. And that'll be a 5-3, column 5, row 3, strikeout plus on a 1-23. That is a 16. And that's going to, and they struck him out. Reggie Willits. They're going to intentionally walk him. And, yeah, they're going to intentionally walk Willits. Yep. Yeah, they're going to intentionally walk him. So they're going to intentionally walk Willits, puts him on first, sets up for the double play for Casey Coachman, who is 0 for 3. Coachman going to take the hit here. Infield at double play depth, and that'll be a 6-5, column 6, row 5. Possible error on a ground ball. And that'll be a 1-3, column 1, row 3, double star 1. Fly ball back there to Brown. He'll make the catch. And that'll put 2 away, and here comes Torrey Hunter. Hunter 1 for 3 with a home run, 2 strikeouts, a run, and an RBI. And that'll be a 6-3, column 6, row 3, walk plus on a 1-17. That is a 5. And that'll be good for a walk, and we now have runners on first and second. Garrett Anderson, the tying run, comes up to the plate now. He's 1 for 3. And the pitch. And that'll be a 4-6, column 4, row 6, hit by pitch. Hudson Street gives us -6. That makes it a 0. The 8 is too high. The Angels are down to the last out. 4-6, column 4, row 6, ground ball up the middle to Street. He'll make the catch. And that is the ball game. No runs, no hits, and no errors, and the Angels will leave 2 stranded as the Oakland A's hold on to defeat the Los Angeles Angels. Final score, 5-2. Final line score coming right up. So the Oakland A's defeat the Los Angeles Angels. Final score 5-2. A's 5 runs, 8 hits with 1 error. The Angels 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error. Chad Garland picks up his 5th win. John Garland will pick up his 2nd loss. Hudson Street gets his 6th save. Jack Cusp hits his 3rd home run. Same with Torrey Hunter. Both on 3 for their home run totals in this replay. Taking a look at the stats here. Chad Gurin, he went 7 innings, allowed 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 9 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 3.05. John Garland gets the loss. He went 6 1/3 innings, allowed 7 hits, 5 runs, 1 earned run, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, 1 home run, and ERA of a 2.87. Darren Oliver, the last pitcher up for the Angels, he went 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, an ERA of a 5.57. And Hudson Street, who gets the save, he went 1 inning, allowed 2 walks, 1 strikeout, an ERA of a 3.87. So that is going to do it for us here at Angel Stadium, as the Oakland A's will improve to 16-11. And the Los Angeles Angels will drop to 18-9. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like and a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when new videos in the 2008 replay go up, and when I go live with all of the Philadelphia Phillies games. Until then, I'm Yoko007. We'll see you for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.